Have you ever noticed the stupid things that people do when they get up in front of people? When I gave speeches in class, I used to do a little two-step. I go two-step forwards and then two-step backwards throughout the whole speech. I sort of look like a dog when it's pooping while it does that little poop dance right when it's finishing. Anyways, I've got a story. Brace yourself. A couple years ago, I got the chance to go down to Florida with a friend and his family for spring break. While down there, him, his older brother, a friend, and I saw people walking on a sandbar. It went out like 100 feet and you could stand literally with only about a foot of water under you while you're 100 feet out in the ocean or so. Later in the week, we met 3 girls. Were they hot? Yes. Did they care at all about me? No. Was my friend's older brother Studley? Yeah, he was. So naturally, they wanted to hang out. They wanted to do something, so I suggested we go out to the sandbar. Bad idea. When we finally got over there, nobody wanted to go first, so since I didn't want to wait around, I decided I would be the leader. So after some proddings, I finally got everyone into the ocean to start walking. So after walking for a little bit in the cold ocean, it seemed to get deeper and deeper, and everyone started second-guessing themselves, and I reassured them that we saw people there a couple days ago standing in like 2 feet of water all the way out in the middle of the ocean. So we kept walking further and further into the ocean to try to get to the spot where we saw the people earlier that week. Throughout this whole time, I'm about 20 feet ahead of everybody, so I decided that I'll stop and wait for them for a little bit. While stopped, I looked back and I saw that we were pretty far out in the ocean. And then I thought that my mind started playing tricks on me because I started to see dark spots about 25 feet or so in front of me. Initially, I thought it was nothing, and I told my friend, "Look over there, do you see any black spots or something?" And he said he didn't see it. We were all spread apart a little bit. There was a guy 5 feet behind me and then 5 feet behind him and so on. So while out in the ocean, I kept seeing those black spots ahead of us and I kept asking, "Does anybody else see those?" And then another friend says, "Yeah, I think I see that." And then I saw it. A fin. I froze. I was suddenly struck with fear. I remember seeing dolphins the day before, but this was not a dolphin. This was a shark. I tried to remember everything I've ever learned about sharks, but all I could remember was, they eat people. Thanks, Shark Week. My mind was racing through so many scenarios I couldn't think straight, so I just said, "There's a shark." And my friend said, "What?" And I said, "There's a shark." And I started to run backwards. But I couldn't run because I was in water. I turned back to see everybody swimming away. I didn't know whether to run or swim, so I did both. I started to run. I started to swim. I started to swim, run. I didn't know what I was doing. I just knew I had to get out of there. Might I remind you, we're a good 100+ feet out in the middle of the freaking ocean, and there's a shark no less than 20 feet in front of me. I soon realized that if anything was going to happen, it was going to happen to me, because I decided I wanted to be the leader. There's some times when it's good not to be a leader, and this was one of those times, because I was about to get eaten by a shark. While swimming furiously back to shore, I knew that it was every man for themselves, but that did not stop me from calling out, "Screw you guys for leaving me behind!" To which my friend responds with laughter, because he knows that he's safe and he was smart enough to not be the leader. After swallowing what seemed like a gallon of salt water, I finally managed to reach the shore, where everyone already was, of course, because I was last. But I was relieved. I made it back, once again escaping death, so I laughed in its face. Later that week, I was shown an article that headlined something like, "Shark Caught at Pirate Cove," which of course is the same exact beach that this incident occurred. That's when I developed my fear of the unknown. I wasn't scared of the ocean, I was scared what was in the ocean, what I couldn't see. Coincidentally, I received this in a fortune cookie today. It says, "Fear is the dark room where negatives are developed." Although that's pretty clever, I disagree. Fear is what kept me alive, and fear is what's gonna keep me alive, baby. Can't believe I just said baby. Baby. But no, I'm not doing that. Screw this.